you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast. I'm Colleen Ballinger.
Yeah, you sure are.
And you are Erik Stocklin, my
Thanks
beautiful
for saying
husband.
That.
And
a compliment.
you guys, we've got a doozy of an episode for you today.
Well,
and how we know it's a doozy is because we recorded.
define doozy.
We tried to record it last night, and we're going to let you listen to what happened last night.
We weren't going to, but it's kind of just
life.
Let's be transparent. Let's be honest. Like, life is hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we caught some of that. We have tried to record the podcast.
This is our third attempt.
The second attempt, first attempt immediately went down in flames. Second attempt was just, I don't know. Who are those people that
I
did
don't
that?
know. So you're going to...
It's us very late at night thinking that we're going to do the podcast.
We're just very distracted. We talked a lot about butt stuff, I think. It was just
So
like a
if
lot
this
of
episode
weird...
is titled Butt Stuff,
We apologize.
We
but also
apologize.
you're welcome. So you're about to see, if you're watching or hear, if you're listening, a train wreck of
don't judge us.
Us trying to make an episode happen. And then you'll come back to us present day right now.
Yeah.
With a little bit of about an hour or two nap since yesterday.
Like
a little refreshed.
like new people. We've eaten something. We don't have babies with us. We do some fun stuff.
Have we eaten something?
We write a song together. That'll be later in the episode. But first you're going to hear us.
Parenting advice happens.
Parenting advice. But first you're going to hear us have complete breakdowns.
Yeah. There's a lot of crying. Enjoy. Okay, got it. Relax. Welcome to Relax the Podcast.
We did it.
There we
was
go.
Was that a harmony?
Oh my gosh, our relax sign almost just fell on the babies. Lovey, this is not good. What a way to say. Well, we can't just prop it up here. What if it happens again? Oh my God. We're losing the relax sign. This is not starting. It's stuck. What's it stuck on? There's nothing back there. We're not starting off strong. I thought we were starting off strong. Wait, I don't want to fall on the babies. Oh my God. Okay. The babies are with us today. So this is going to be a Hot Mess Express episode, hopefully. For you guys, that'll be entertaining. Erik's kind of sitting on Wesley.
Oh, hello.
Hi, everyone. Erik was so determined to make that our new intro since last week I sang it on the spot.
I think we figured it out.
Hot Mess. And so Wesley loved it.
Hello,
clearly.
Wesley.
Wesley, do you want to be held? Maisie, you too? Oh gosh, guys, this is going to be an interesting episode. Here we go. The babies are very vocal tonight, and they've been vocal for the last week. So, they've been vocal since they were born, but really in the last week, they've come alive and decided to cry so much.
When do they sleep?
What do you mean by sleep?
Well, when are they unconscious?
Never. They kind of just
especially not at nighttime.
No.
When we would have the opportunity because of our other child
Flynn
to
just
record
went to bed,
a podcast.
and so this is the time to do the podcast. But of course, both babies want to be very much awake, and fussy, and just want to be held. So we're having them here. We'll see how this goes. See how long it lasts.
This is what our lives are. This is what you get.
We tried to record last night, and it just wasn't possible. So we'll see if tonight's gonna happen. Huh, Maisie Joe? Yeah. Right on cue, girl. All right. I think I've settled Maisie with a binky, but she insists on holding my hand. So I'm kind of, if you're watching, my current position is very awkward
at all.
Wait, is our other son crying now? I think I hear something else. Is that an ambulance outside? I don't know, guys. All I hear is crying now. That's all I can hear. Hi, everyone.
I hear it too. I hear phantom crying all the time.
Yeah, all the time. But anyway.
And if a baby cries on a TV show, forget about it. I'm sprinting.
Yeah, we're a disaster. We're so... anyway, let's just do the episode.
What did you expect?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Relax Podcast. I'm Colleen Ballinger. My husband, Erik Stocklin, is here. And we have babies here, Wesley and Maisie. And they have come alive, like I said, this week. And it's been a loud, crazy, hectic house. They're definitely out of the newborn stage of just sleeping all the time. And now they're just crying all the time. So it's been really fun. But Erik, I just called you Flynn. Who do you think needs to relax this week? Do you want me to go first?
If you want to, I mean, I can go.
I can go first.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me who goes
Sure,
first.
I think it's your turn.
Okay. I think who needs to relax this week is our listeners.
What do you mean?
They were so mad at me last week in the episode.
For what?
Because
usually I feel like they're mad at me.
they're never mad at you. You are the fan fave. Everyone loves you. I'm the one that people like to beat up on.
I'm the sidekick, so I fly under the radar.
No, everyone loves you because you're amazing. But because of our last week, if you listen to the episode, I had a really dumb moment where I could not understand what 3/4 of the day meant.
Yes.
And the comments are just like explaining how I'm the dumbest person alive and how angry it made them listening to it.
It made me angry in real time, but also like I feel like it made me so angry that I gave up trying to rationally explain it to you.
Right. So I'm saying our listeners need to relax because I read the comments and it was like people were like real pissed at me.
I think some people made like school projects to try and explain
it, and
I
loved that.
To your
well, and here's the thing.
Wonderful brain.
I understood it immediately when it was visual.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I've always had a really hard time comprehending things if you just tell them to me. So like, that's why I have a hard time listening to podcasts and why,
you're a visual person.
I'm very, very visual. And so to have you explain to me numbers, it just went in one ear and out the other. It made no sense. So when people were like drawing out things, I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense. I understood it immediately. I just needed it visually. But everyone was like, we agree with Erik. Like we're screaming at you to just shut up. Like people were so mad.
It could have been my fault because I didn't understand why you didn't understand.
No, it wasn't your fault. It was completely my fault.
I couldn't explain it to you because I was like, I don't understand how she could not understand what I'm.
No, there was something else last week that they all were mad at me about. And not mad. No one was mad. You guys were just like, oh, Colleen, you're so annoying, which I agree. But anyway, I'm sorry for my stupidity. I just am a visual learner and Erik trying to explain something to me. And I think, and this probably isn't going to make any sense to anybody, but I think what it got me confused is that I bake a lot. And so the only time I ever use measurements or fractions or anything like that is with baking. So when I saw 3/4 of the day, I thought 3/4, like 3/4 a cup, which is, I don't want to get into it again.
Do you understand now or do you still not understand?
I totally
Are you
understand
pretending to understand?
No, I completely understand it now.
So when I said I have to change the diaper genie every 3/4 of a day, you understand how that adds up to?
Once a day. And every once in a while it might end up to twice a day.
You're right.
Yes.
Eventually,
Meaning
it doesn't last for a whole day.
Yeah.
And then you told me that someone in the comments was like,
that's still only once a day.
Do this thing with the diaper genie and it will help it and make it work better. No.
It didn't work?
Go look at it right now. It's right there.
Yeah, it's completely full. It's
overflowing.
It's
and I
always
emptied
overflowing.
It today.
Yeah.
And someone said if you pull the diaper genie bag a little bit further, it'll fill up more. It doesn't.
We have twins. No trash can can
contain.
No, yeah. So anyway, my relax is I'm respectfully saying that the listeners need to relax because you guys were very upset with me. Oh, I remember the other thing they didn't like is that I was worried about like getting canceled or something. Like I made some comment like, oh, they're going to cancel me for not liking this TV show or something. And everyone's like, was angry that I was concerned about people getting angry. So people were like, it makes me so mad that she's so worried about us getting mad.
Yeah.
So like it made them angry that
Since
I was trying
that conversation,
to be careful.
that show I've now seen is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Isn't that shocking to you?
It's only shocking to you and me, love, because everyone else apparently really loves it.
Well,
so anyway,
it's entertainment, and we watched it all, and it's the first TV show that wasn't a reality dating, or we can only tweet at each other under fake names, or we're in a competition, Big Brother. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first show like that in a year that we've watched. So I feel like they did a good job. Anyways, yeah. What were you going to say?
Well, first I'm going to say our situation, on this bed is a little, it's chaotic. But I'm going to ask you to pull your mic over a little bit more. I just want to make sure everyone can hear your beautiful, sweet, soft voice.
I'm talking.
Because when you turn to me, you know what I mean? Then it's like you're turning away from the mic. Sorry, guys.
You and your obsession with like how my mic is like.
Well, I just want people to hear your beautiful, sweet, sexy voice, love. Wesley agrees with me.
I'm sure all you hear is farts and babies crying.
Okay.
Regardless.
So who needs to relax for you this week? If Wesley,
butt stuff, love.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
What the heck?
The amount of butt stuff in my life right now.
Okay. What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
You got hemorrhoids?
I know you do.
Always.
And you talk about it.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't I? Are you going to talk about what you mean by butt stuff?
Well, if I ever thought that I would be paying so much attention to other people's, can
Booties?
I say anus?
Okay.
Anuses.
You can say ani.
More so than the attention I've given to my own anus.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't believe you.
Mm-hmm.
But
you pay a lot of attention
I
to
pay a
buttholes.
lot of attention to other people's anus. In this house.
because we have so many tiny little buttholes to take care of. We do. We have tiny little buttholes that we have to make sure are clean and sanitary and well.
I just spend so much time looking at other people's tiny little buttholes.
And you just think that
and mine is just like
it's forgotten.
It's forgotten.
So many tiny little buttholes that are constantly like, you never know what, like the worst is when you're changing a diaper and they like surprise fart on you while it's like your hand is right there wiping it and you're like so scared it's going to be a poo, but it's just like a dart of air out of their anus. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And you jump like it's like the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we have a 3-year-old in potty training. So there's a Paw Patrol toilet in our kitchen. And we have twin babies. And
there's a lot of creams.
There's like creams. there's
Eric
like,
and I hate the smell of butt paste.
Prescription creams, and there's wipes, and there's better water wipes, and Huggies wipes, and
there's a lot of wipes, and there's a certain there's a very specific type of hatred that Eric and I have for the smell of butt paste.
Well, it used to be breast milk, as I've expressed on this podcast.
And by the way, it's formula, I think. Oh, that's what we should do today.
The formula stank. Hi, baby.
Sorry, guys. You're just going to hear them cry a little bit. So here, I want to say this. I kind of have a rule with my crazy life that I don't ever like to show my children upset or crying or sad. Just like happy, sweet moments every once in a while is what we'll share. And it's just impossible to record a podcast without these
You couldn't cut around it.
Crying tonight. So you're going to hear them cry a little bit, but if you're watching, you'll see we're doing our best to like make sure they stay as happy as possible. But if you're listening, you might hear some little cries, and just know that we're doing our best to keep them super happy. But babies cry a lot, and this is our reality. We have twins and they cry a lot, and that's just how babies are, and we're just being real about it.
Like, when's the last time a doctor's looked at your butt?
Oh, wow. We're just going right back into that.
You know what I mean? Whereas I'm like
last week,
calling doctors being like, oh, really? I'm sorry. Shocked.
Yeah, my OB, because she was like, looking at other stuff. So she was down there.
She just threw in a free butt check while she's looking at the front check?
No, I just mean like, I'm sure she saw it. You said, when's the last time a doctor looked at your butt? I'm sure she saw
like
it. It's right there.
You're like, it's in proximity. To whereas I am calling essentially strangers on the phone saying, hey, looking at my kid's butt right now. Can you guys want to look at my kid's butt also? Can we come in? So
we're
like
talking booty rash.
Well, I'm not going to give specifics.
Well, I mean, obviously I don't want to give specifics, but like if you leave it up to their imagination, it could be a lot of other things. So I'm just, sometimes you get a little booty rash. I don't know. That's why I'm like, I feel like we should clarify. Is this episode called Butt Stuff?
Yeah. But I'm just overlooked in all of this is my butt,
Do you want me to look at your butt? Is that
I don't want you to look at it. I just like, they got all these wipes and creams. So fresh and so clean.
And you just want some for you?
I just want to take a shower.
Yeah. I mean, we have a bidet. You can get some butthole attention there if you'd like.
Yeah, just like set it to some extra time. Hot water. You have a butt thing.
What are you talking? What's going on? What do you mean I have a butt thing?
When you take a shower, I think you mostly take a shower just to aggressively and violently scratch your butt cheeks.
I'm glad you clarified and made sure people know it's my butt cheeks, not something else.
Well, we talked about this week about itchy butts.
We did?
Yeah.
What?
I was saying.
You need to talk into your microphone.
I was saying something about. I don't know the right terminology. What would you call a more specific area of the butt where the hole is?
An anus? What are you talking about?
I said something about itchy
anus?
Yeah. And you were like, oh yeah, always. Never.
Wait, why were we talking about itchy anus? All right, I think before we got the baby settled, which I think we're settled now, Wes is on me and Maisie's with
That's a
Erik.
fluid situation. And by fluid, I mean many fluids mostly coming from anus.
So you were saying we were talking about itchy anus and I said, okay, don't put it on me. We both said itchy anus kind of always. And we were joking. My anus is not always itchy.
Are there people walking around this planet right now whose butts aren't itchy?
Well,
good for you if you figure that out. Maybe you don't have kids and you have time to like focus on your own anus instead of other little anuses.
Well, okay. Do you not wash your butthole?
No, I do constantly.
Okay, good.
If anything, I'm washing. I'm the one who for Christmas last year asked for that
bidet, which we love the bidet.
I didn't know you spoke French, but
so we need to clarify something. Yes, I scratched the absolute crap out of my butt cheeks in the shower.
You look like you've when you get out of a shower, you look like you've walked backwards through a cornfield to get here.
It's my whole body. I just love itching my body in the shower. Like,
yeah,
but
you will have like raised lesions.
And my butt cheeks are part of my body. So it's just like, I just itch my legs and my arms and my butt.
I think you go in there and you just scratch and I've seen you in the shower. I watch you.
Yeah.
You have a glass shower. And you're just scratching your butt cheeks.
I feel
the whole
so
time.
good. Try it sometime. Okay. We're just giving people more reasons to hate us. But let's talk about
For
something
what?
we don't hate for a second. Let's talk about our
Is
first
it something to do with butts?
No, lovey. Stitch Fix. Oh, Stitch Fix is our first sponsor today. And you guys know how much we love Stitch Fix. When it comes to looking good, Stitch Fix has you covered. Say goodbye to endless browsing and hello to fresh picks curated for your taste and size. Whether you need date night dresses or cozy loungewear, that is obviously my choice right now. Stitch Fix can help refresh your look. You can schedule a fix and a stylist will send you 5 pieces that fit your style, size, and price range with no subscription required. Keep what you like and return the rest. Or if you like to shop but don't want to endlessly browse, then check out Stitch Fix Freestyle. It's an online shop built just for you. It's like having your very own clothing store. Fancy. To get started, take a style quiz so Stitch Fix can learn your preferences from your favorite colors to preferred fits and price ranges. It's so amazing, you guys. You get to have your own little personal stylist. It's really awesome. I love it. It's the easy way to get items that are just right for you from brands you know and trust. It's time to get looks that are so you. Get started today by filling out your free style quiz at stitchfix.com/relax and take advantage of free shipping and returns. That's stitchfix.com/relax to try Stitch Fix. stitchfix.com/relax. Okay, I have something I want to do.
Wait.
What?
I don't know that I was like coherently got done with my butt stuff.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to say
love.
it's distracting having the twins with us and doing this. But I was thinking about when I knew I was going to be a father the first time, and like you just think like, oh, I'm gonna have to change those diapers. You know what I mean? And it's so much more butt stuff than that.
What? Like what? I mean, there's not that much more butt stuff. It's just butt cream.
But so much of it.
Yeah, a lot of butt cream.
And I guess I wanted to end this conversation by asking you, publicly, have you ever used any of our children's butt cream on your own butt?
No. 100 billion% no. What? Why did you? You have?
Why would I? What do you mean?
You have?
I'm not trying to up my...
When did you use butt paste on your butt? There are creams for adults.
What do you mean?
When did you use butt stuff on your butt?
I didn't. What are you talking about?
Clearly you did. I'm just realizing right now I'm starving.
If there's like a tube in my house that says like for itchy butt, and it's gonna make your butt feel better,
you're gonna use it.
I'm not gonna try and up my butt game.
So what you're telling me is you have used their butt paste. I don't think it says itch for itchy butt, does it? Where is it? I'm sure it's right by my bed. Oh, I have some literally right here.
Yeah.
Butt paste for moderate or irritated rash, immediate soothing relief from rash discomfort.
Yeah, I don't know about a rash. Like I haven't like.
So you've used this. You have?
No.
Oh my God.
You haven't?
No.
I thought for sure you'd be like, of course, every day. I just thought.
No, never.
Oh.
Not at all.
Yeah, me neither.
This is for when you get a rash because you wore a diaper.
Right.
And out of the two of us, I'm the one who's worn diapers recently.
Multiple times.
And I never used this, even when I was wearing diapers. Okay. For some reason, I guess Erik uses butt paste. It's so weird that you would choose infant butt cream when there's cream for adults that works much better. Because we do have that. And I've used those.
It's, you know what I mean? Like,
why are we talking about butt creams?
Gonna pay for that at CVS? Like, have that teenager check me out?
I mean, I'm sure there's been worse things that you've checked out with. Okay, wait. You
haven't used our kids' butt paste on your own butt? Not once?
Well, now you need to tell us when you used it on yours.
What is this
recent?
When?
Recently,
like you want the calendar date?
So you did use it. You're admitting that you did.
No, I said me neither.
Okay. Anyway, so you're not even going to give us the tea. You're going to tease us about it, but not tell us. Okay. Can we move on from butt stuff?
Sorry, your butt's so great.
It's not. I use adult creams. Not currently, but I have. Why are we talking about this? Okay. Oh, this episode is a hot mess. Okay. I did have something I wanted to do with you, though. Are you ready? I'm really excited about it.
What?
I want you to. So we've all had my breast milk. We all know this. But you've never tried formula.
No.
And I want you to try it compared to my breast milk, because in an episode recently you said you hate breast milk and the smell of breast milk and everything's breast milk and breast milk.
But I've done shots of your breast milk and I'm fine with it.
And I'm telling you, the smell you're smelling is not my breast milk. It is formula.
Okay.
And because I fortify my breast milk with formula to give them more calories because they're preemies.
Fortnite it?
Come on. So I want you to try both.
Yeah. I will do this.
Yeah. You'll do it.
But I will do it blindfolded.
And you have to say which one is my breast milk.
You're going to pour me a shot of your straight breast milk and one of formula.
Okay. So should I go heat them up right now? They're better warm.
Heat it up, baby.
Okay. We're going to take a pause so I can heat up my breast milk. Okay. We're back and I have breast milk and formula. I'm going to give both of them to Erik to taste and we'll have to see which one he thinks is which by the taste, smell, experience. Maybe you shouldn't smell them because I don't know. Maybe you can. Whatever. Okay.
Thoughtful instructions. Got it.
Okay. You ready? I'm going to do...
I guess. What am I doing? I'm closing my eyes. You're going to hand me something and I'm going to drink it?
Well, I guess I can hand them both to you and you can decide because I know which one is which.
You can't. I have one hand available.
Okay. So I've got two little tiny bits of milk here. Here we go. Hold on a second. I'm going to open this bad boy up. These have been warmed. I can't guarantee they still are. Here you go. Okay. Have a taste.
Can you smell it?
He's letting Maisie try it.
Okay. She got very excited by that.
No. Okay.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay. Okay. What'd you think? He just took a shot of that.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to pair that with.
I wouldn't either.
I switched it around.
And that's great. You want to try the next one? Do you want to go into it or do you want to explain that one?
Yuck. Yeah.
Yuck. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, not yuck, but like,
Okay.
I mean, I've had worse milk alternatives with coffee or
Okay.
Cereal? Yeah, give me the next one.
Okay, here.
Just give me the next one.
There you go.
Oh, gross. I mean, that number 2 is definitely the formula, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. It tastes like...
What's the difference? Tell people what you taste the difference between the two.
First of all, I feel so sick right now.
Just from that little bit of formula?
But I would say it's weird. It weirdly tasted to me like if you'd had Coca-Cola and then had like Diet Coke. It felt like the diet version.
Diet. Oh my God. It's so much more pungent to me.
Sure. Yeah. But I'm just saying it was like
the formula is.
It tasted like the healthy. Not that it is healthier. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the distinction to me is like when you eat, if you had like a burger, right? From like the best burger place, but then you had also a bite of like a plant-based, but it was like from a frozen section and somebody had microwaved it and then like left it in a car for 4 hours. And then you have it tastes a very stark difference. And that's what I meant by like the diet version. Like it just felt like.
Now just pick up the 2 empty cups and just smell just the empty cups.
Yeah.
Smell and can you smell a difference? Because I feel like the smell is crazy different.
It's like
oh my God,
when you got like
what?
Fruity Pebbles as a kid.
You know what? Wait, hold on. I need to interrupt you.
Of course, obviously you are.
I gave you breast milk with a little bit of formula in it because all of the breast milk in the fridge has a little bit of formula in it. But I gave you straight formula.
So I have to do it again?
No, you don't. But but there was formula in the breast milk that you had.
So it wasn't
straight breast milk.
So even still, I can still. I was going to tell it's like the difference between like a name brand sugary cereal and like the
the off brand. Yeah,
like the dollar store, it comes in just a big plastic bag brand cereal.
Because I tried all 3. I tried my breast milk. I tried my breast milk fortified with formula, and I tried straight formula. And my breast milk plain was the best.
I want to brush my teeth.
It's not great, huh? Well, anyway, that was fun.
Was it?
I don't know.
Now you do it.
I've already done it, and I don't want to waste any more breast milk.
Yeah,
I already don't make enough for the 2 of them. It's very stressful trying to create enough breast milk for 2 babies. And I was cocky, guys. I was like very confident that I would be able to do it. I was like, I made so much breast milk with Flynn that I thought this would be no issue. And in the hospital when I had them, everyone was like, oh, here's the girl with the breast milk. Like we'd walk into the NICU and they're like, oh, here's the oversupplier. Here's the cow. Like she comes in with so much breast milk.
Now you're worried. And what are you doing today? You're like what were you saying? You're like
power pumping. So
you said that to me as if I knew what it meant. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Well,
check you later.
Basically, so like, yes, when they were first born, I did make an insane amount of breast milk, but I'm making the same amount of breast milk now, but now they drink a lot more. So at the NICU, they barely drank anything. So I was making an absurd amount of breast milk every time I pumped. But now I can't pump enough for how much they're eating at this point because my breast milk has stayed the same. Because when you breastfeed a baby straight to the boobie, they take as much as they need. So your body continues to make the amount that they need. But since a machine is pulling it out of me, I've consistently made the same exact amount of milk since they've been born. I haven't made more.
All of that, like,
so
nature intuitiveness.
Yeah, just my body's not making more. It has to be getting expressed out of me.
Power pumping.
So power pumping.
Like power lifting.
So I want to make more breast milk because I have nothing against formula. They are going to have formula. That's inevitable.
It sounds like they're having formula.
Yeah. They have it inside of my breast milk, but they haven't had straight formula yet. Well, once Wesley did and he didn't like it. But anyway, so I want to keep up, but Wesley currently drinks 5 ounces every 3 hours. Maisie eats 4 ounces every 3 hours, and I pump 6 or 7 ounces every 3 hours, and it's just not enough to feed both of them. So I looked up how to make more breast milk, and it said to power pump, which is the same thing as cluster feeding. So
you're throwing that kind of math at me, but when I say 3/4 of a day, you like lose your. mind. Like the amount of like fractions you just like, okay, sure. Yeah,
so basically think of it this way. 1 boob makes 4 ounces and 1 boob makes 3 ounces. Maisie.
Pose this to me as a SAT question, please.
1 boob makes 4 ounces.
So if.
And 1 boob makes 3 ounces.
So if your boobs.
Wesley eats 5 ounces and Maisie eats 4. So each boob
SAT
is making
question
an
would
ounce
be
less
like,
than it needs to be.
So if you were boobs and 1 boob made 4 ounces and the other boob
but do you understand? Like
each
boob is making.
But you had 2 babies and one baby ate 5 and one baby ate 4. How many ounces of boobs did Marcia need to make?
Each boob is making an ounce less than what they're eating every 3 hours.
This is why you got
Did you hear what I just
below
said?
1,000 on your SATs, love.
I have to interrupt this entire conversation to say I genuinely think my vision is bad. Like I think I need glasses.
Okay.
So I had like everyone says that your vision goes bad like when you're pregnant, and mine did with Flynn a little bit, and then also during postpartum and exhaustion. Oh, Wesley is upset about this conversation. Hold on a second. Erik has to step away with Mr. Wesley, as you can hear. It has been rough, and I know we keep saying that, and it feels fake and impossible to just have a jolly good time on this podcast right now. So we're having a rough time, guys. It's been really, really hard. And I'm not trying to complain because we're so grateful that they're home and that they're healthy and everything's okay. But we're just in the thick of it. We're really in the like hard part of babies. And one thing I know that we wanted to talk about on this episode, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in a little bit, is just, you know, the twins and how it just feels unnatural to have twins. It feels impossible and unnatural, and we're just drowning. So, sorry, this if this episode seems kind of all over the place, it's because it is, and this is just real. It's what we're going through. We're having a hard time. I feel like I'm in a constant state of crying and changing diapers and pumping, and our whole existence is babies and diapers and no sleep. And it's just been really, really hard. And anyone who's been in the newborn stage of babies, specifically baby twins, you know what this is like. And baby twin parents warned us before we had them. They're like, you just got to get through that first year. It's really, really hard. And it has been very hard. So anyway, we are going to collect ourselves. We're going to try to get these babies to sleep. And we're going to try to take a nap. And we're hopeful that someone can watch the babies for us tomorrow so we can finish this episode without crying babies and crying me. So, yeah, we love you guys. And you know what? We need to say thank you to our next sponsor. Hey, ad time. So we're going to say thanks to our next sponsor. And then we'll continue the episode babyless when we can find someone who will watch them and cuddle them for an hour so that we can do this right and have a jolly attitude. But tonight doesn't seem very possible. We're just too tired and there's too much crying happening. Third Love. Oh, how I love Third Love. I'm so glad they keep sponsoring our podcast because they have helped me to feel so cozy and comfy. And you know what's coming up, guys? Valentine's Day. And it's important to have some self-love and feel fabulous on Valentine's Day. But not only Valentine's Day, how about all the other days of the year? There are 364 other days that you need to feel cozy and delicious and wonderful. I don't know about delicious, actually. That might have been a weird choice of words, but you know what I'm saying? You want to feel good all the time. And Third Love can help you out. All right. Now, I love Third Love because my body is always changing, as you guys know, with all the babies that I keep having. And so it's nice to have a place where I can go and find the exact fit for me and my boobs and how they're changing and get the coziest bra ever. So I really, really love it. It's been wonderful. And they make the shopping experience so easy with their fitting room quiz. It's awesome. I don't have to go into a store and have someone measure my boobs. I can just take a quiz online and find the perfect bra for me. So like I mentioned earlier, we all know Valentine's Day is coming up, and you don't just have to spread the love, you know, to your your cozy partner. You can spread it to all the peoples, like your ride or die best friend, your kids, your loyal fur baby. We want to spread the love in all the ways. Third Love has a love that lasts. Celebrate Valentine's Day with luxe intimate gift sets and ultra soft loungewear that hug better, support longer, and love you right back. Third Love's latest Deco Lace collection is designed to make you feel sexy 365 days of the year. Putting on this collection feels like indulging in yourself every single day. Third Love has a perfect fit promise, so you gotta love your fit and they will guarantee it. If not, exchanges and returns are free for 60 days. Third Love's team of expert fit stylists is available via chat or text to answer all of your questions. And they love to give back. Third Love is the largest donor of undergarments in the U.S., partnering with organizations across the United States. Third Love has donated over $40 million worth of bras to help people in need. So feeling is believing, guys. Upgrade to everyday pieces that love your body as much as you do. Right now, you can get $20 off your first order at thirdlove.com/relax. That's 20% off at thirdlove.com/relax. Go check it out. All right, we're back. If you're watching, you'll notice it's the next day. If you're listening, you'll notice the babies have disappeared and I am now pumping. We couldn't do the episode last night, guys. It wasn't going to happen. So we're finishing it up today. I don't know what you just heard, where it left off. But do you have any memories of last night, love? Or was it all blur?
I remember, what do I remember?
Crying babies?
Most? I remember crying.
You or the babies?
I remember you crying.
Yes.
The baby's crying.
Yes.
I went and cried separately. But yeah, no, I mean, I remember it all. Yeah, of course. I mean, but is it different than it is sort of the Groundhog Day of babies crying?
Right.
We talk a lot about if only like we knew there was some sort of finish line, like, you know what I mean? Like if we knew like that
in 2 months, we'll get a break or a month or a year.
Or a year, yeah. But in this case, the finish line of this death. Experience for us is actual death. One way or another, we will be this tired.
I think so.
Until we're dead.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
I mean, I guess they will grow and become more independent and go through phases of maybe hating us or liking us.
Yeah.
They'll go to school. Mm-hmm. They'll go to secondary school. They'll go to college, maybe. Mm-hmm. If college is still a thing.
These are things people do, yes.
They'll have their own friends, maybe start their own families.
What people do in life? Or are you just talking about the human experience of life?
Yeah. And then, I mean, maybe we get a break at some point during all that. All those festivities is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think this part's got to be the hardest part, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is the hardest part for sure, I think.
Yeah. So we'll get past this. But anyway, it's a new day.
It gets harder?
Maybe. I don't really know how this works. We're stumbling through it. But thanks for your patience, guys, as we figure this out. Anyway.
Thanks for their patience. They should be thanking me for my patience. Are you power pumping right now? Is this still power pumping?
No, I should be power pumping right now, but I'm not going to, because power pumping is I would pump for 20 minutes and take a break for 10 minutes, and then pump for 10 minutes, take a break for 10 minutes, and pump for 10 minutes, and so on and so forth. Uh-huh. And it's signaling my body to make more milk, because you're pumping when there's no more milk left. And so your body's like, oh crap, the baby's still eating, but there's no more milk. We got to make more milk. And you do this for a few days. And then the hope is that then your body figures it out and makes more. So yes, I'm pumping a lot more often.
It has to be so frustrating because it's so different than our first experience where you just exclusively breastfed a single baby to now you have two. You keep talking about wanting a lactation consultant.
I know, and I need to get one. When do I have time?
And then you were telling me about a pilot that you wrote. A comedy where a male character...
No, you can't say anything.
I can't say
if I sell that someday?
Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to give that idea away?
No.
Okay, I'll change the subject. I was reading a children's book with Flynn 2 nights ago to fall asleep, and there was a cow. Mm-hmm. And he looked at the cow drawing, and he goes, 1, 2, 3. 3 penises.
Udders.
Yes, the udders. What else would it be?
I don't know. Maybe the cow had 3 penises.
Yeah, it made me laugh so hard.
He is our joy
what,
right
Daddy?
now.
What? Yeah.
He makes us laugh so much. Last night when I was putting him to sleep, we were cuddling, and I forgot to tell you about this. He was being real sweet and he was falling asleep. I thought he was asleep. I was like, all right, I'm about to sneak out of here. And then he sat up and I was like, oh, dang it. And he's like, oh, I'm so sad. Like a fake cry. And I was like,
yeah, he does those fake cries.
I was like,
a lot.
why are you sad? And he goes, I'm sad from, and he's saying it through his binky. So I can really understand him.
He's just vamping. He's just trying to think of something.
He couldn't
think of anything.
So I pull his binky out and he goes, I'm sad from the neighbors. They've taken my cement mixer and they're taking my Play-Doh, all of my Play-Doh. And I was like, what? The neighbors took, he's like, the kid neighbors.
Was this a dream he had?
He must have been having a dream because I thought I need to ask you because I was like, did the neighbors come and take one of his trucks or something?
He's aware we have neighbors.
But they haven't taken any of his toys, right?
No, I think what you were given was like an insight into what the dreams of a newly 3-year-old.
The neighbors
are.
stole his Play-Doh and a cement mixer. And he was very upset about it and was crying. And I was like, no, they didn't.
And I think he had a babysitter once. And he then had a dream that the babysitter was eating all of his toys.
Yeah, he was really upset that a babysitter was going to eat his excavator. And it was, I could not get him to believe
when he
me
says
that she
things
would not
that
eat his
are
excavator.
that random.
Yeah.
It's for sure an insight into like what makes up his dreams.
Right. Well, in that instance, the babysitter had eaten some of his snack. Like she'd asked to have some and she ate some. And that was very upsetting to him, even though he was not going to eat the snack. He was done eating. She like ate some of his snack. And so I think that just led him to have nightmares about her eating everything he loved.
What was the last dream you had that you remember?
I have horrible dreams every night, but right now my dreams are the same.
Okay.
It's a Groundhog Day dream that I'm having.
Really?
Yes. And because I am waking up every 3 hours to feed 2 babies, my dreams right now are that I woke up and warmed bottles and fed babies and pumped and went back to sleep. So every time I wake up to feed the babies, I think, I just did this. I've done this 4 times tonight.
That sounds awful.
Horrible. It's horrible. And it is the same dream every night, all night long. All night long, I dream about waking up to the babies crying, to go warm bottles. I feed the babies. And then I wake up like a jar awake to them sleeping. And I'm like, I just fed them. I just did this. I just did this horrible thing where I have to wake up from my sleep and go warm bottles and feed the babies and burp the babies and change the babies and then pump and then go back to sleep. I just did this. And I did not. It just was my nightmare. And it's on repeat.
So right
all night.
now, for the listener, you are actively pumping.
Yes, I am.
Do you think this is a dream?
I know this is real because I can feel it. Ow! Why would
Are you
pinch
supposed to
me?
pinch me?
No, I just said I know I'm not dreaming.
Oh,
So
okay.
then you're not supposed to pinch me. Also, did you know that's like the worst place to pinch someone?
The back,
Is
of the arm. Yeah, of course.
You're
I learned
such
that
a
in
douche.
self-defense class.
Oh, brother.
They were like, if you ever, mugged?
Do you ever have
Pinch
recurring
them in the
dreams?
back of the arm.
Was there something you wanted to talk about? Sorry, or am I just going to keep going on?
I
can
have
keep
this
going on
weird
tangents.
thing where I do not remember my dreams ever. I will sometimes remember them
so
for about
jealous.
seconds after I wake up from them. And then I'll be able to tell you maybe about them the next day, rarely. But then I will also instantly forget all of that. But when I have deja vu, I'm convinced when I have deja vu, it was from a dream that I had had.
So you think
A dream
you're
that I
dreaming
can't
the
remember.
future?
Yes. I
think you're
can see
psychic?
I am psychic. And I wonder if other people have this. Have I talked about this before?
That you're psychic? No.
Oh, I'm a psychic.
Okay.
Every time I've ever experienced deja vu, it's not like this weird, like, oh, deja vu, this has happened before. It's like, oh, this was a dream I had.
Well, that's weird. I don't have that. When I have deja vu.
You've never had that?
Well, I have deja vu, but it feels like I've already lived it. It doesn't feel like it was a dream.
Oh, for me, it feels like, oh, this is very specifically a dream I had.
No, I have like, oh, I've done this before. I already did this. I've lived this experience.
Could I be psychic?
Maybe, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's impotent because like I don't remember my dreams. So even though my dreams tell the future, I don't remember them. Man, that's the worst superpower I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's pretty crap. Yeah, you never had recurring dreams? I had recurring dreams all the time.
I've had recurring dreams in the sense to where if I wake up from a dream, I'll know I've had the dream before, but I don't remember my dreams. So it doesn't.
You don't remember? So you've never had like a flying dream?
Yeah,
or a
probably.
teeth fall out dream?
Oh yeah, probably.
But you don't remember them?
Not in any specific sense. No.
Oh, that's so weird.
I'm mad about it. I wish I did.
I wish I didn't know what my dreams were because most of my dreams are horrifyingly awful.
Your dreams, when you've told me about them, seem to be mostly violence committed against you.
Really violent, awful, awful things that like close people that I love very much do to me. Like it's real bad.
Yeah, I don't understand how anyone could psychologically how there are people like will analyze dreams and what they mean. Like, I don't know, for me, because my experiences, I don't remember them and they're just telling the future because I'm psychic. I don't know how anyone could analyze dreams as if they have any like actual relevance. Are they all what's happening? What is this podcast?
I don't.
Sorry.
What did you want to talk about instead?
Do you think psychologically your violence dreams?
I think it directly has to do with what I'm going through in life.
No, really?
Yeah. When I'm more stressed, I have more violent dreams. And you can like figure out how they relate. Like if you think about it and analyze it, I think, because when I'm not super stressed and everything is good, like that's when I don't have the bad dreams. And when I'm really stressed and overwhelmed, or if there's something or someone negative in my life, like that happens. I had one recurring dream all the time as a kid that was, I had a couple, but one was so bad. It was my dad. We were standing in the front yard of my
You remember
house.
this?
Oh yeah. I was little. Because I had it all the time and it was traumatizing.
Wow.
I had a dream that my dad was outside in my front yard and all of us kids were brought out and there were two of my dads. Like it was my same exact person, like twins. And we came out.
Twins?
Yeah, twins.
You're a psychic.
Well, I hope not because listen to the rest of the dream.
Oh, okay.
So it's two of my dads and they say, okay, one of us is your real dad and one of us is a kidnapper. Pick which one. And every time we'd all pick, they'd try to convince us which one was my actual dad. We'd always pick the wrong one and he would like kidnap us and take us away and do horrible things. And my dad would just stand in the front yard like crying because he couldn't save us. I had this dream all the time as a kid.
How old are you?
I don't know. I don't remember the age. But the other recurring dream I had all the time was that I was at a park and I'd go down the slide and my brothers would go down the slide. And at the bottom of the slide was a big hole, like that has been dug out of the sand at the bottom of the slide. Christopher would go down and jump over the hole. Trent would go down, jump over the hole and be like, come on, Colleen. I'd be like, no, I'm going to fall in that hole. They're like, no, you're not. Come down. And I'd come down and I'd fall in the hole and it's like 10 feet deep. And they would look over the edge into the hole. And I'd be like, help me. I can't get out. And they'd be like, oh, I guess you're stuck. And they'd leave me there.
And you had this dream often? When
I was little. Like, because I remember waking up from these dreams when I was in my pink heart bunk bed. So I know I was small.
I don't understand how you would hold on to this.
Because I had them all the time.
Would you dream journal? Did you ever keep a dream journal?
No. I don't want to remember these dreams.
Do you feel like you can control your dreams when you're in them? Like, are you in any kind of...
I sometimes will know that I'm dreaming sometimes, but I have no control over what's happening. I know I can consciously think this is a dream. I can't wait for it to be over, but I have no control over it ending or what I do in it. So yeah, I think I don't know what those dreams meant. I think I was a stressed, anxious kid or something. But as an adult, I know that like when I'm most stressed, like first trimester of pregnancy, oh man, those are the worst nightmares I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Real bad. Anyway, this is fun. This is a fun topic.
Tell me about all your worst nightmares.
Well, if you're going to talk about dreams, this is what you're going to hear about.
Speaking of nightmares.
What?
Our next sponsor.
Oh, geez. Ana Luisa is our next sponsor. And guys, I could not be more excited. If you are looking for some beautiful, affordable, trendy jewelry, look no further. Ana Luisa, ANALUISA, Ana Luisa. They got your back. I have so many gorgeous pieces from Ana Luisa. Erik actually got me a beautiful, dainty little necklace as a gift, and I loved it so much. I went on the website and I got one for my mom. So we have matching necklaces, cutesy patootsies. They have so many dainty, delicate options, which is my jewelry of choice. My mom and I have always been obsessed with really thin, delicate, just beautiful, tiny little pieces. And this, oh my God, it is exactly my taste. Everything on the website I want. It's amazing. Recently, I got this thin gold chain from them, and it has this tiny little like V of little cute diamonds, like sparkles. And it's so pretty. I love it. It just is, it's perfect. Go check it out. Everything is so cute. And the best part about this jewelry is that it's all very affordable, with fair prices starting at $39. And there's new jewelry collections that are released every Friday. So you'll want to keep coming back to the website to see all the cute new styles. This is a great gift option for your friends, for your family. Valentine's Day is coming up. Or if you just want to love yourself and give yourself cute jewelry, go check it out. Like I said, the prices are a total steal, starting at $39. Hello, get on it. Get yourself and your loved ones the perfect gift with up to 40% off. Check out Ana Luisa, shop.analuisa.com/relax. Come on, guys. They're already affordable, and now you're getting 40% more off. Like I said, 40% off if you go to Ana Luisa, ANALUISA. Go to their website, shop.analuisa.com/relax. I know you will love them.
Colleen?
Yes, Erik?
I wanted to talk to you about parenting.
That's fun.
And parenting styles.
There's a lot of parenting styles.
Yeah, but what do I know? I just know my style.
Mm-hmm.
I've read the books.
No, you have not.
They
and
can't.
Neither have I.
It's an audio medium. They can't see if I make a face after.
We don't read the books.
I'm just kind of intuitive about it. But there's coming a time now where some sort of aspect of discipline somehow, right? Like is with a 3-year-old. And him reacting to now having 2 new siblings in the house and acting out in ways
sometimes
both
he's
amazingly sweet. So maybe it's just I'm projecting that onto him. But I did say you've used the phrase gentle parenting a lot, and I want you to explain that to me here because we were on a walk 2 days ago as a family. And I said to our son, if you do that again, I'm going to take your truck away and burn it in a fire.
You did say
and
that.
I said that jokingly with a smile on my face, like we were in a silly mood. But I did say that. And you said, this is not gentle parenting.
I did not say that. I said, if you say that, he's going to think you're going to burn everything every time he does something wrong, because that's how Flynn is.
Yeah. And you're right, because then anytime he does something wrong, he'll look at me and go, you going to burn my toys?
Right.
Like he'll remember.
Right. And he won't say it like that. He'll be scared. He'll think you're going to burn his toys.
I will say publicly though, like I think I am a good dad. And that was
incredible
and that
dad.
was kind of joking.
You're the best dad.
But I am exhausted, and I do have breaking points to whereas I will say like resort to like, there's like an understanding of the situation. Help me understand what you're feeling. Help. I want you to communicate with me. But also, if you do this again or can't stop doing this, I'm going to have to burn your stuff in the trash.
Well, okay. What's the question? What is gentle parenting?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know much about gentle parenting. I wouldn't even say that we do gentle parenting, but I like what I have heard about it. I like because it works for Flynn. And I don't think that there is a right or wrong. Well, there is a wrong way to parent, but I don't think there's a right way for every kid on how you're supposed to parent, because kids are all very different. Human beings are all very different.
Yes.
And so I don't think that there is one way that you should be parenting your child. So the fact that gentle parenting is being pushed so hard on people, I think listen to all different types of parenting and try them and see what works best for you and your children. And for us with Flynn, the few things I've heard of gentle parenting, which I don't know much, seems to work really well with him. And how I like to think of it with parenting in general is, these are not my humans. These are humans, and they have emotions and feelings just like I do. So for me, a very stressful life event would be losing a job or buying a house. For them, it's the same stress level if they lose their favorite toy.
Or if they have to take another bite.
Right.
How dare you say I have to take one more bite?
Right. So they're going through the same exact feelings and emotions I am. They're just smaller humans.
Yeah.
And so to say that don't cry, like what if someone said to me, don't cry when I was devastated about losing something or someone.
I don't say don't cry. When he was experiencing
I'm not saying you do that.
You do say don't whining. Because that, and you don't think he can be manipulative yet?
No, he's a child. And I think he's too little to know consciously what manipulation is. But with don't whine.
He does do it.
I think it's fine to tell a child not to do something. I'm not saying you should never discipline a child. I think you should, and you should say not to do something. But if you say to a small child with a quickly moving brain, don't jump on a table, all they hear is the last part of that. And all they're going to want to do now is jump on a table. So we like giving options. So when we say don't whine, we always say, don't whine. You can say, but I really wanted to do this. Or can I please keep playing with this? Or mommy, can I have one more minute? We give him other options of things to say. Do you know what I'm saying? And we do the same thing with, if he throws something, we don't throw things. You can bounce that ball. You can toss it over here, but we don't throw balls at people. You know,
right.
Like we give him choices. So it's not just don't do this. You can't do that. You can't yell at me. You know,
but choices aren't necessarily. Choices. And here's where I kind of have conflict in this: is choices aren't necessarily consequences.
Consequences are fine. I think consequences are fine with Flynn and you know this, and we both do this, if you give him a warning. So if he does something wrong or bad or naughty and you just go take something away or discipline or punishment or whatever, when he does something wrong, and he might not know that was wrong, or he might have forgotten that was wrong, or he's just so excited, he's overwhelmed and he made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all say things we didn't mean. We all do things we know we shouldn't. But then you reinforce the boundary. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I think discipline is totally fine. If you do that again, I'm going to take away that toy because it seems like that toy is causing you to blah, blah, blah. If you do that again, we're going to take that away because you're showing us that you're not able to play with that and have a good attitude. It's like kind of like that thing. So you can do punishments. You just have to give him fair warning. And you know, as well as I do, that Flynn does really well when things are super explained to him.
He literally gives himself timeouts.
Yes. He
goes, I should have a timeout for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll go and sit.
And it is always for something that he did wrong.
Right.
And he never does he'll shout and yell something rude and he'll be like, oh, I should give myself a timeout for that. And he understands. And the goal for me is to have a young boy who's able to express himself well, because I feel like society has taught boys that they're not allowed to have feelings and emotions. They're not allowed to express themselves and just be angry. And there's a lot of grow up, you're a big boy, don't cry.
Yeah, that's why I try not.
I
consciously try not to say don't cry.
Yeah. And a lot of times I even try to say, it's okay to cry that you're sad about that. And Flynn's really good at expressing, I think because of this, like, I'm sad from, like, he'll start crying or he'll huff or whatever and be like, can you tell us how you're feeling? Can you use your words? And then he'll explain, I'm crying from, he says from. He doesn't say I'm crying because. He goes, I'm crying from my toy fell off the couch, you know, whatever it is.
I'm sad from that.
And lately he'll go, and we'll be like, oh, you growled. That's an angry sound. Are you feeling angry? I'm angry.
I am angry. We are not playing outside.
Yeah. But that's really important to me that he's able to express himself. So I don't really know what gentle parenting is completely. I've just heard a few things here and there about it. And I like the idea of like not being like, I told you so type of parenting, because I don't think that works with Flynn.
Yeah.
Flynn doesn't work well with that. If you just say no to him and take something away, like he will be a disaster. If you explain it to him, he'll have a better time getting it. You know what I mean?
And it always comes back to like, it's a struggle for your own patience for that day, for that moment, because of how tired we are, man. You know what I mean? Which is when I feel bad, because I want to be good and I want all these things in action, but then when I've slept for 2 hours and everyone's screaming, I don't know.
You are a good dad, and
It's good to have these conversations so I can remind myself. You know what I mean? It's good to talk about it.
Well, I myself, there have been plenty of times where I'm like, no, go do the other room. No, don't do that. Like, of course, we're not all the time like, how does that make you feel? We're not therapists. We try to do our best to, do it right. But like, we're tired and we're going to be like, no, put it down. Stop it. Like, like we're going to mess up a lot. And I even saw, I saw on TikTok once of this girl who's talking against gentle parenting. She didn't like it. And she said that it's causing, it's hard for the parents because it makes parents feel like they have to be perfect all the time. And it's putting so much pressure on the parents because it's really, really freaking hard to, when your kid is being a brat, to be like, how are you feeling right now? I understand how you're feeling. Like, that's really hard. You want to just be like, shut up. Don't do that. Like, stop it. Like, you want to react like a human, just like they're reacting like a human, but it's our job to teach them. You react like a human
and you set an example of behavior. And,
but
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Well, that's exactly right. Like,
I think it's that.
That's exactly right. Is he's a sponge right now and he's taking in everything we're saying and doing. And I will never forget once, he was taking a bath. And one of us, I don't remember, was like raised our voice, not at him, but like not at each other. I don't remember. It was like we were just talking loudly or something. I can't remember. But Flynn, it was when he's starting to talk and he shouted back at us. And I was like, oh my God. And there was another time where I said a bad word. I said a really bad word, the F word. And Flynn said it back. And I wasn't screaming it. I was talking to you. I was like, what the, like laughing. Yeah. And he said it and laughed. Mm-hmm. So like in those moments, you're like, oh.
It is the best word though.
I know. But like, he's a sponge right now. So like the more we can teach him to express his feelings and show him emotion and like, and that's just for Flynn. We've only experienced discipline and like actual parenting with Flynn because the babies are just lumps right now that just cry and poop.
They're total lumps, but I've heard you talk some. And as have I.
Talk some what?
We will talk to them as if they could understand us.
Oh,
like
fully. Of course. Of course.
Like I had a full conversation with them last night. I think after we tried to record what you saw or heard earlier in this episode, where I was literally like, I think you had gone to a further away bathroom to cry in our house. Yeah. And I was just talking to the two of them like, guys, like we're just trying like.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I get it. Like, what's the deal?
But at the same time, yeah, they're just the tiny little blobs. But I still think it applies to them where, like, for me, the most devastating thing in the world is A, B, and C, a loss of a human I love or, these big devastating things. For them, this is all they know. So for them, gas is the worst thing they've ever experienced in their life. And it really freaking hurts. And so it's really hard for me to remember that and be like, they're screaming and sobbing because they think I will never feed them again. That's how hungry they feel. They think they will never eat again.
If we're not holding them, they think we have left them in the woods. Like there's some sort of evolution in them. They're like, we have to scream. We've been abandoned.
So they're not screaming because they're trying to be manipulative or brats. They're like genuinely going through something really, really hard. And the hard part for me with parenting is reminding myself of that and not being like, you're just screaming just to scream. Like they're genuinely trying to tell us something.
Crazy. I was talking to him last night when you were in the bathroom, and then Maisie looks at me and she goes, "Fuck this."
So anyway,
who's our next sponsor?
Oh my God. Let's talk about our next sponsor. Our next and final sponsor of the episode is Girlfriend Collective. Oh, I'm so excited to tell you guys all about Girlfriend Collective. Think about it. Wide leg jeans, chunky sneakers. Do you remember all this? Everything old is new again, right? Girlfriend Collective means that literally. They turn plastic bottles and other waste that would end up in a landfill into something new to wear. Girlfriend Collective creates responsibly sourced activewear for everyone from size extra small to 6XL. They've got you covered from head to toe. Find pants with different compression levels ultimate comfort. Supportive and soft bras and underwear, workout dresses, joggers, sweats, beanies, and even cute slide sandals. Hello, get into it. And Girlfriend makes their items in your go-to staple colors, but also they make fun, bright colors and new seasonal releases to choose from. They also have a garment take-back program called Re-Girlfriend. Oh my God, I love that term. So once you're done loving your pieces, a long time from now, of course, because you're going to love them for a long time, send them back to be upcycled into new Girlfriend gear. Feel good in what you wear, whatever you're doing with Girlfriend Collective. For listeners of the show, Girlfriend Collective is offering $25 off your purchase of $100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/relax. That's $25 off $100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/relax. Girlfriend.com/relax. Okay, you know what? I just want to add one more thing about parenting before we move on. I just want to say, I want to reiterate that our type of parenting works well for Flynn, and we will probably parent the twins differently depending on what they need and how they work. We don't judge. And we don't know what we're doing.
We have no idea what we're doing.
We have no idea what we're doing. So we're not, I don't want anyone to think I was like, this is how we should be parenting. This is just what we've done. And it works well for Flynn because he does really well when things are explained to him. Like if you say, we're going to go sit down to eat our lunch so that it doesn't spill all over the ground. So we need to go sit down together and not keep running around playing with our toys. But we can keep playing with our toys later. Then he'll run up and sit in his chair. But if you just go sit down and eat lunch, he's going to yell at you.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway.
And then you have to like follow through on your promise to burn toys in front of him.
Oh my God.
So that he understands consequences.
It's fine.
Let's have some fun for this last segment.
Okay.
Colleen,
I like fun.
I've been working on a song. Mm-hmm. And we've never done this before, but I kind of want your help with it. Okay,
I'm scared.
It has to do with parenting and our babies.
Fun. Okay.
And kind of fits in with the theme of this episode. But I was alone with the children the other night, and I was like, maybe they would like to hear me play guitar in their faces loudly, and that will distract them from their own crying of gas. And it worked. And what the song is from the baby's point of view.
Okay.
To us.
Okay.
And so it goes, wah, 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 wah.
Oh, I like the lyrics.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm crying. Okay. Yes, I'm crying. And then there's things that they're saying to us like, oh, you thought you could do this? No, because I'm crying. So, thought that you could get some sleep, but I'm crying.
Okay.
You don't sleep anymore.
Okay.
And
it doesn't sound like you need my help. It sounds like you wrote a great song.
No, I just wondered if there was other things. Like the one thing, another lyric I had was like, thought you could sit down to eat, but I'm crying. So bitch, you stand over the sink, eat an old cheese factory, 'cause I'm crying. And another one was, thought that you could see your friends, but you don't have friends anymore. Just new acquaintances who also have kids that are crying.
This is great. You don't need my help.
Thought you could send an email. Fuck that, I'm crying. You don't send emails anymore. But I don't have like the rest of like
That's
the thing.
so good. I love it.
So what's something that like you think you can do but you can't?
Okay, so how many syllables? Done. Oh, you have to think of exact amount of syllables.
I could do my hair. That's something you do.
So like, oh, you want to take a shower? Because they don't let us bathe. Did you already do that one? This is really high for me.
You could take a shower.
Because you stink because of my
But
butt.
I'm crying. So you do, but I'm crying. So you're gonna stink.
Yeah, that's good. Smell like my baby barf, which is just regurgitated tit piss.
And I'm crying. And then the bridge would be
You already wrote the song. I don't know why you're saying you need my help.
Well, I just wanted your input.
Okay.
I didn't already write the song. It's obviously unfinished. But then like, thought you could feed me some milk. But like, that's the only time they go to sleep is when you need them to be awake so that they eat. So, thought you could feed me some milk. Bitch, I'm asleep. Why you give me that weird shit that comes out of your tits?
Oh my God, this is now it got weird. It took a turn. This chord progression was very strange.
And I'm crying. Give me a harmony. And I'm crying. Yes, I'm crying. I'll never stop crying. I'm always crying.
If you do the what was that last lyric you just about milk? You could be like crying because I want some milk, but then I'm crying because you're feeding me. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like they cry. They're like, please feed me. Maisie does this. She's like, I'm so freaking hungry, I'm gonna die. And you feed her, and then she's like, why are you feeding me? I don't want this bottle. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm crying because now I need to burp. But then you're burping her. She's like, why are you burping me? I don't want to burp. I'm crying. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can put lyrics in like that. About
that was good, love. I like that.
I was just talking.
Oh, I felt like we were in a musical. It was like that was like your sing monologue that went right back into the chorus.
That's what I think of when you're like, if I'm crying, think of reasons why they're crying. I'm like, well, Maisie just cries because you're doing the thing she wanted you to do because she was crying. She's like, I'm hungry, I'm crying. So feed me. Well, now I'm crying because you're feeding me. Well, now I'm crying because I need to burp. Well, now I'm crying because you're burping me. Well, now I'm crying because I need to barf. Well, now I'm crying because I barfed and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm crying because my outfit's wet from my barf. Well, now I'm crying because you're changing my outfit.
Right.
But now I'm crying because I peed and pooed in my diaper. But now I'm crying because you're changing my diaper.
And why are you? And then they look at you like, why are you crying? Well, that was fun. Maybe I'll finish it someday.
You should finish that song. That's a good song.
Well, what it's
you
been,
know what I want
it's been therapeutic for me, and also it's something I can do in their faces
when they're crying,
and it stops them from crying.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I heard you playing this the other night, and Wesley was
I
screaming.
just told on this podcast.
But I would say that I want a more. This is my like note to us. A note.
Oh, I wasn't looking for notes, but okay.
No, this is my note. It's positive. It's constructive. I want to hear like another instrument or instruments.
Oh, we got
a
one.
Chord behind the dun 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 dun, because like the fact that your voice and the guitar are in unison. I want like a chord or something embellishment underneath.
Pick it up.
No one wants this thing during the song.
I certainly do. We'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get back to you on this because trying to figure out chords on this weird little microphone. What is this thing called? What is this thing called?
Is it called a melodium?
Ooh. By the way, you said menses in the last episode, and I think I was like, that's not a word. And it totally wasn't. Everyone was like, Colleen, you're an idiot. That's a word.
Yeah.
So just, it's
I knew that. I just didn't want to rub it in.
You should rub it in. I'm an idiot. Everyone else rubs it in.
We'll work on that. That was fun, though, for me. And it is endless, the amount of things that we cannot do because they're crying. It's literally everything in our lives because we don't do anything but cater to them crying.
But guys, I have good news before we leave this episode. Guess what I got, Flynn? And it's supposed to come today. Let me check if it's here, okay?
Is it flammable?
I don't think so. Or are you planning on burning it?
If I need to.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if it's here because I'm very excited about this. But knowing how things have been going for us when we order things, like it got delivered. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay, well, let's kill the suspense here. Yeah, please.
So I got him like...
He doesn't listen to this podcast.
Gallons. Multiple gallons of sand.
Oh.
And a little pool, like a kiddie pool, but that folds up so you can get rid of it. And it was very cheap.
Okay.
That we can just put the sand into. So it's like a little sand pit. Because I think you should build him with all the time you have.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I have like a place where I want a sand
I know.
elements to go.
But for like the backyard, a little moment where you can play with his toys.
I just don't know we have more real estate.
Well, that's why I got a little tiny one that was like $20. That's like foldy kind.
That's exciting.
And it's arrived. So I'm so excited for him to wake up from nap to a little made up sandbox in my backyard. I'm like losing my mind. So excited about this. But the reason I'm saying this is because I think my dream
Yeah, I'm going to build him a sandbox.
You should build, because Erik is a handyman. I know this is the end of the episode. And
we don't really have the backyard.
I know. We really want to move.
Things. We don't have a tree that I can build a tree house in.
So bad. That's like one of the first things when we like fell in love. I was like, this man is going to build my kids a tree house.
Like maybe the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
That was like one of my biggest excitements of being in love with you. Is like, this man's going to build a treehouse for my kids, you know, a sandbox. He's going to build a little house for them. Like
the first day we met, you thought that?
No, and we fell in love. But yeah, because you were like, we're building things. And I was like, he's building things. He's going to build things. Anyway, so the goal is for you to build a sandbox. But for now, I bought this little like pool thing that folds down, and it was $20. So
I can't wait.
Let's go make it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening to this weird episode.
Bye.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home. But now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.